What up? What up? What up, good people?
What's cracking, bros? How you doing?
I'm chilling. So, all right, I'm kind of teetering the fence
Just
on
say it,
this
bro. Just say it, cause I got some things to say too.
because okay, people, we've been watching this new show, Ninja Kamui, and it is fire. But me and D both feel like this is a one and done, and I feel like it's a one and done because they didn't use this episode earlier.
Which part? What do you mean by that?
So this episode, episode 10, we got a lot of like the younger, like almost kid like Hegon and the other one. Like
Zai,
we
Zai.
yeah, we got the kid versions and their backstory just a little bit.
Yeah,
I feel like if they wanted to make this multiple seasons, one, they could have did more of a backstory
hmm
and how they got to where they are, and two, they could have dragged out like him going to each person.
yeah. Pretty much the thing with stories and seasons is where is the line between good and bad?
Yeah,
Where is the enemies coming from? If all the enemies are taken out, then second season has no real emotional attachment because there is no more villains.
right.
I It's not like he's gonna be like a modern day superhero where you can create a new person and just take his spot. This is all about history getting payback. Ninja Kamui is starting to piss me off. So I
Okay.
becoming a super blazing fire that is dying out, and I
Yeah,
think it's dying out because they have this fast. When they introduced the mechas and the robots at first, it was like cool, but the hype of the actual ninja way, the art, the fighting, the hand to hand combat, they almost like got rid of it. And it's all kind of like CGI fighting now. And the graphics don't look the same. The fight scenes are not the cleanest. Like, go back and watch the first two episodes, then watch this last episode. You would think that it's not the same company. You think like maybe halfway through the show, everybody was fired and they had to find budget cuts and find somebody else.
right.
And I'm not feeling it, bro. I'm not feeling it. Like I love mechas. I love robots. Everybody knows that. But this doesn't fit with this show.
Right.
And it
Like
went from being a masterpiece to now I'm like, if y'all don't clean up in this last couple episodes, I don't know.
like is the episode like is it's a dope that's where I'm like on the fence now. Cuz
Yeah.
like before I was like, yo, this is straight fire period.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, like it jumped to the mechas so fast. Like I feel like they could have used part of this 10 where they showed the backstory of Hegon and them. Like they could have showed the backstory of how that core Alza group got together. Like they could have did all that and introduced how each character in that group was brought to the group. Like right now, we just got an Alza group that was just already together, and how did they get their spots at the table? Like what was so special about them that gave them that spot?
Yeah, because in this one you're alluding to like how's a head dude's going crazy. He's going
Right.
nuts.
Like he's
He's
just
just
pissed off now because nothing's going his way.
yeah,
Like,
it's like
what's
even
the backstory of him getting to where he was?
the contracts, the deals, all that kind of stuff is like kind of even the government people that he tried to almost like force his way on. They said, "Hey, if we get another attack, we're pulling out."
Right.
So he can't control that. And then we also see how like Zai was pretty much from nothing, and that's
Yeah.
why he adores the head leader. And then we see they did have a duel once upon a time, but it was a draw.
Yeah.
And then you also mentioned that there is some illusion of connection of like the original cup they drunk out of tea that they certified their packed together.
Yeah,
And we alluded to before that Zion was heartbroken because they left him behind. And he felt that they should have stayed there and decided to always be together.
right. And
So that's kind of his anger.
we also seen that the the mission that they was on before, where the girl got hurt, was not their only mission together. Like we seen another
Yeah.
mission in this episode.
Yep. And you
So
also you
like
see
if they
that.
built on that, so we could see how they ended up with such a strong bond that he
Yep.
was that hurt to want to go after them, then I feel like they could have expanded more on this show. Like they could have had multiple seasons.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's kind of rushed. It's definitely kind of rushed. Even the other ninjas, like you could have brought in another hidden ninja to come and support and help,
Right,
like to prolong the story. But it's if it's more than one season, I don't know how it's going to be more
right.
than one
If
season.
it's more than one season, I think it'll be hard to watch the next one.
Yeah, so I see that, and then you see how like pretty much it's being lined up for the ultimate duel. You see the crow flies in, and it was a duel. We see how Zion's going to have a real battle. We see towards the end they actually started fighting, and we see that
And and that's what I don't like about this episode too.
it started their fight already.
Where like they started the fight and it was almost like a afterthought. Like
Yeah,
I almost didn't even realize like they was actually fighting.
because the credits were going on.
Right. You got
Yeah,
the credits coming on the biggest fight that everybody wants to see. And it wasn't like anything special about it.
and then you see their skeletons, their suits kind of break. I think I'm hoping. I said a couple episodes ago that they have to finish this with hand-to-hand combat. We
Yeah,
got to see the skills. We got to see the spider. We got to see Zai's power. That's the stuff that got us hyped.
right.
Maybe that the credit thing was basically showing that hey, they're shedding all that stuff. In the next episode, we actually going to get that. We're going to get the actual hand-to-hand fire.
But they rushing it though.
They are, but I hope
They
in the next
rushing it.
episode
Cause
it's just
that a whole episode could have been them fighting in the exosuits. To
yeah, because
be
it built
honest,
up this whole thing for him even getting his exo suit to just be
right,
destroyed like that.
right.
Yeah,
My man had it destroyed in like 2 minutes.
dang. They definitely screwing up, dropping the ball. And then we see how the cop went back to his old chief partner to try to give him because they realized that they are now news wise the terrorists that
Right.
blew up the power plant. So they can't come out publicly and say anything about Ozzy because Ozzy's they're kind of like always ahead of them. They're ahead of every step ahead. I think there's something you said a couple episodes ago that I'm starting to think is going to come true. I think the way that Alza gets exposed is by the curly girl. That's like his right hand man.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna try some like really slick, like almost like disrespectful towards the ninjas culture. That's gonna make her flip. And then he ain't gonna have nobody else to actually rely on because all this stuff's gonna be out. Because the cop and them are trying and it's not working because nobody believes them. So this next episode better be fire, bro. It has to be
Right.
like 10 out of 10. If not, I would say this anime went from being one of the most anticipated hype animes I've ever been a part of to it's okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how much it's been dropping off, bro. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny though, because I've seen a post that was like, yo, like they messed up this show. And I was sitting there at first still with my high horse was like, yo, what are they talking about? Like they ain't mess up the show. Like it's still
Yeah,
fire. And then now that we sit here and talk about it, I'm like, yo, this could have been so much more.
bro. They kind of dang man.
It could have been
I'm holding
so
faith
much.
though.
Like I
I'm
could
holding
see
faith.
three seasons of this if they worked the storyline right, added new ninjas here and there, and then slowly brought in the Alza core group.
Yes, because we only saw two ninjas outside of Hassan. We saw the one original one that was on the subway that got massacred, and then we
Right,
see the one time when Zai fought, and then we also see when you go into Zai's dungeon, you see the mask with the sword going through it. Bro, there were so many of the ninjas you could have like kept doing those fights.
right,
We didn't care about the story. We wanted to see the fights.
right.
And then it's like, yeah, we don't have enough budget for season two, so let's make it all in season one. That's kind of how it feels.
It's crazy because it's almost like that's how they had it from the beginning of. Like there was no
Man,
break or there was no part in this storyline so far where it seemed like they could have went another direction, but it's just all lined up so far. So it's almost like, yo, I'm gonna just give these people one fire season and be done.
all that fire's going down, bro.
It
Ladies and
is
gentlemen, please like, subscribe. I'm sorry that we are not hyped this episode because this is what
right.
they're making it feel like.
Like I'm trying to sit here and think
Nope.
like what like all right, people like our podcast is usually at least 15 minutes. And I'm sitting here like, what else could I say that can spark up an interest to get
Nothing.
us 4 more minutes? And I can't even do it.
This is gonna be a short podcast.
Like it's
Ninja Kamui
crazy.
creators, fans, if you see this podcast, just know we believed in you. I still have a little flicker left and belief in you. I hope you guys bring it home. I really do.
You
But
have to. You have
you,
to.
you're disappointing me, man.
You
You're
have
really
to.
disappointing me.
Here we go. Here we go.
No, you ain't got nothing.
Here we go.
You don't have nothing.
I know this is sizzling down, but what's not sizzling down is that Medic Grizz line. Let's go. Let's go. We got the first big book of the Medic Grizz May 4th.
Yo,
Let's go.
you were
If we
stupid.
not gonna do it right, we gonna do it right.
Oh, yo, you know what's funny about this, bro? I asked Butterfly. I said, "Yo, if you had to like take a guess, who's my right hand man? Like, who's that guy?" She's like, "Terrell." This is what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. This dude, he's dope. Yo, that's bro. You wrong
Let's
for that.
go.
You
If
wrong.
they
No,
sizzle out, hop on the Medic Grizz,
stop,
Ghost V Comics.
stop,
You know what I'm
stop.
saying? He already got one of the issues out. Now he
You're
got the other
stupid.
one. We
It's
still looking for the artist to get the epic Vulcan, the Cold Vulcan series going.
oh
And we
man,
gonna make an MCU basically in the comic world. You know what I'm saying?
you.
DC, Marvel, we coming for you
The
because we
fact that we
got
got
stories
the
written.
fact that you got so hyped for a minute and a half over more than you did the entire episode. Oh gosh,
Like
you're crazy.
we gonna do it. If they
Yo, but
sizzle out, we gonna show them how to do it.
you know what? There is something I want to ask you. We won't. This is recorded now, so you gotta tell the truth.
All right, let's go.
Do you want to collab and make two options?
Okay.
A Spider-Man type Venom comic. We both have one, but they have similar origins, or they come from the same entity, like the symbiotes. Or, well, three options. Or fans, you can vote on this too. Or do you want it to be like a Groot and Rocket thing, where the tag buddies, no real conflict, they just make things and travel the world and do stuff together? Or do you want the Cap Iron Man relationship where they're two Dons and they don't agree on some things and they have separate teams and they clash, but they also make sure each other are good? Which one, three topics, or do you want to work on, sir?
Okay. So the way that we have it set up right
Mm-hmm.
now,
Because these can be new characters. I have for each one of those. I've already been thinking of different ideas. So these can be fresh characters that we want. But which one do
right,
you want to work
right.
on?
So all right. So like I'm saying, all right. Hear me out. Hear me out. The way that we got it set up now,
Mm-hmm.
we can have it to where it starts out separate. So I'm thinking the Spider-Man esque role
Okay.
or storyline because hear me out because I mean y'all getting some inside scoop right now
They don't know about this. Go ahead.
because the big storm explosion
Mm-hmm.
that gets the rest of our story is on. It can be a hidden symbiote type thing that
And the
catches
factory you plant that you're in the base.
right that
Oh, yo.
factors that almost like kind of like is hidden within that storm that hit two characters to where they start off with their own story
Mm-hmm.
but then end up meeting through this connection and they can have their storyline and then they
Ooh.
end up going with the rest of the story.
That's not an Easter egg we could do, bro. I still have Easter egg. Ladies and gentlemen, be on the lookout for you're gonna see some cold Vulcan Easter eggs in the future Medicrare's book. When
Bro,
I'm
I'm
at the
trying to tell
flight,
you,
yo,
it's
when
gonna
we
be
take
crazy.
off in the
We
flight line,
already
bro.
see it.
Ah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
We already see a Easter egg in the cover.
Yeah, they don't put that together. That's all I know. But there's because the comic guy talked to Jason. Jason's like, yo, I like the artwork here. Shout out to
You
Paul.
seen both of them,
Yeah, because Paul did work. Paul, they know Paul's work. So, do we get Paul out of retirement for that connection?
bro? If Paul is up to it, Paul, if you watching this, if you up to it,
Pull Paul out of retirement for
you
this,
might have an extra
like a side issue.
yeah, a side quest for you.
Mm, I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, you're a fool because you made it go 17 minutes.
I did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please like, subscribe, continue on this journey with us. This is only the beginning.
Yes.
So until next time.
Until next time, Ninja Kaimoi slash Medic Grizz
Stop it.
Weekly Comics episode. Peace out.